All righty, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for all the news that's fit to print. All right, our first story. Raccoon spent a record-breaking 161 seconds on a Major League Soccer field. Okay.
Field. Well, now he's had enough. He needs a breather.
Pedro.
Pedro.
Oh, wow. This is just incredible scenes.
This dude is zooted.
Anything quite as bizarre as this, particularly given the amount of time he's remained on the field as well.
Yeah, this is how you clear out a party.
Well, we've got all sorts of staff members here at Subaru Park that are now bringing out the trash cans.
Wow, he's got the device. This is this is the pinnacle in raccoon catching tech right here.
Try and capture the animal.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is...
Dude, why did he do big boy hands when he was pulling up on him? Like he did like the toddler big boy hands, like a baby trying to get its balance.
Well, this is entertainment of its own kind, isn't it?
And you thought Messi matches had pitch invaders.
Well, here we go. The Raccoon now maneuvering away from several of...
Pedro.
Dude,
do you hear the crowd going absolutely wild? That is the best thing about a sports audience is 20 to fucking 50% of them are probably absolutely tanked already, even though it's only 21 minutes into the game. Probably thousands of people are absolutely rip shit drunk and they're like, Raccoon, let's fucking go.
Gonna do.
This goalkeeper is like, can we just play soccer?
Oh, he's going in.
Up. Pedro.
Now evading even more.
Happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
The individual's trying to capture.
I'm doing great. Thank you.
4 of people around him, and still the Raccoon goes on.
Oh, what a move! What a break from the Raccoon there!
At what point are we just rooting for him?
Oh!
They got away. Go on, Raccoon.
Oh!
You can get out. Don't hurt him.
Oh!
They got the Raccoon. Early and major.
Poor Raccoon. He was just trying to play. University apologizes after wildly mispronouncing graduates' names. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it.
Imagine waiting years for your school graduation day, and this happens.
Sayer Uvun Jinju Brinan. Victoria Lee Zubath-Ross.
This would be my fucking nightmare. Reading graduates' names would be my absolute nightmare because I would do the same thing.
Marlena Zubath Camp. Tom Moldman.
The reporter laughing every time really sells this.
Thomas. Tom Moldman.
Tom Mume?
Thomas.
Is that on
Tom Mume.
purpose?
What the heck happened there? It happened yesterday at Thomas Jefferson University in Pennsylvania.
No, the name of the universe is Thomas Jefferson, and she got Thomas wrong. She said Tamume. I would not say Tamume on top. What is she having, a stroke?
The video went viral where people say she might have tried to read the names phonetically. She was replaced about 10 minutes into the ceremony.
C7 content by clicking
Tamume. That's not phonetically. Crowd upset by Bluey event. What is Bluey?
A local restaurant says they wanted their own family-friendly day with cartoon character Bluey. They expected a few dozen people and regulars. Thousands RSVP'd. Hundreds of families were left fuming and say kids were disappointed. The restaurant spoke to Fox 5 and says they want to say sorry to all the families.
Who's Bluey?
They underestimated the power of Bluey.
When I saw him, my best ignore him. I was mad.
What did he look like? The cartoon? Did he look like on TV?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hey now.
I don't know what Bluey looks like, but that looks like a Dominican dude with a hoodie on.
No, he looked like unexpected. We could see his beard.
Sophia and other kids had the same reaction. The Bluey they expected was not who greeted them.
Oh my God.
Left, this is a photo of...
Oh, hell no. Oh, fuck.
Took at an event with the popular cartoon character Bluey. On the right, it's a staff member of Dirt Dog in a makeshift Bluey costume.
The kids were distraught. Some kids were crying. Some kids were upset, crying in their parents' shoulders.
3,000 people RSVP'd on the Facebook.
No.
Crowds poured in for lines outside in the heat. Inside, concerns about capacity. From the face painting to baked goods, many parents say they were underwhelmed, and the free stuff got snatched up quickly.
How could you do that to little kids? It was a very upsetting moment to see so many kids, especially my daughter, just really upset.
Dirt Dog apologized on social media and says they welcome feedback.
Dirt Dog?
Angry parents posted plenty of livid messages. Thanks for ruining my 3-year-old's day. I drove 1 hour just to see a grown man in PJs. Other parents defended Dirt Dog. It's a free event and a risk you take. My son loved it.
Again, we expected maybe 50, 60 people, the whole city coming out, and that's what we got, the entire city. Now knowing who Bluey is, we would have planned ahead and would have had security.
That is so funny. Now knowing who Bluey is, why did you throw a Bluey event then?
Head and would have had security. There would have been more door regulations.
Taj Wilder of Dirt Dog broke down their side. She says, first of all, the gourmet hot dog hotspot with a hip-hop edge expected a few dozen people. And though the event got thousands of RSVPs...
A few dozen people? You got 3,000 RSVPs.
Most people typically never show up. She says staff members made and did everything. From the costumes, face painting, and even baked goods. But that's the point. She says staff like doing fun events, and it's a hit with the regulars. As for the crowds, she says had they known so many people would have shown up, they would have managed the whole event with crowd control. Now, she says, they understand what parents expected.
I knew Bluey was big, I just didn't realize how big he was. The biggest takeaway, if they want Bluey, go all out. You want to do stuff for the community, just make sure you do it at the highest quality.
Dirt Dog.
All right, I need to see what a Bluey is. Bluey.
Give me those cards, Bluey.
That's not a car. Yeah, it is.
Fuck this and fuck Peppa Pig. Because they're not Americans. My kid is not having some bullshit accent because they watch a pig or a dog. They're going to watch American cartoons, goddammit. King of the Hill, South Park. I'm going to ruin those kids. Fast. I don't want this wholesome overseas bullshit. Oh my God. Bulldozer chase?
A police chase that had even the officers involved shaking their heads. A bulldozer was stolen from a construction site. That led to a chase through a suburban neighborhood. And what do you see how it ends?
Stop that bulldozer.
Stop.
It's a crazy police chase as a
Stop.
bulldozer is stolen from a construction site.
Hey, stop!
The cop quickly realizes he's no match for the 75,000-pound earth mover.
He was not stopping for me.
So the chase is on.
He's going to go out the main road.
Then cops in Gwinnett County, Georgia have a great idea. To make it a fair fight, they called in a second bulldozer.
How fast is it? They can get up to probably about 30.
5 miles.
There's no way.
The police bulldozer catches up with the runaway bulldozer, finally pushing it into a curb, ending the chase. The suspect, described as a disgruntled former employee, is pulled out of the cab and taken into custody.
And that suspect now faces charges including theft and trying to elude police.
Stop. They had a bulldozer kaiju fight. That's pretty based. Ladies and gentlemen, our new sponsor, Bird Milk, pulled out because of some questionable behavior by chat. But now we are brought to you by Rat Bread. Enjoy all the flavor of normal bread with all the textural satisfaction of a full-grown adult rat. So thank you to our new sponsor, Rat Bread. Yeah, go and make sure you check it out in your local grocery store. We're only sponsored by the most quality products here. So thank you, Rat Bread. All right. Speaking of, there was a giant food recall in Japan. Rat parts found in sliced white bread in Japan, sparking a recall. Hoss, I told you to cut this story. This is not in line with Rat Bread and what they want from us. We can't actually discourage the selling of or packaging of a grain product with rat parts because that's essentially what our sponsor does. But I'll read this anyway. A major Japanese food supplier has recalled more than 1,000 packs of a popular brand of sliced white bread after rat parts were found inside some loaves. Rat parts. The latest scare adds to a raft of food security scandals plaguing Asia's second biggest economy, which has a long-standing reputation of reliability in its food exports. In a statement on Wednesday, Pasco Shikishama Corporation said that it was investigating how parts of a small animal found its way into 2 packets of sliced bread, adding that no one has fallen sick so far after consuming the product. You hear that, chat? Rat parts in bread aren't going to make you sick. Brought to you by the good people at Rat Bread. Oh, man. Well, the folks at Rat Bread are committed to providing bread with pieces of rats in them. I don't know what Japan is talking about, but I love a good piece of rat bread. Wait, oh my God, the gathering of Kyles happened. Did they set the record?
Hundreds of men and women with the same name, wearing the same shirt, make their way to Lake Kyle Park for the gathering of Kyles on a mission to make history.
Kyle's rock, man. We're about love my.
This is the most quintessential Kyle I've ever seen in my life. Kyle's rock, bruh. Kyle's. No drywall is safe. My name's Kyle. That's Kyle over there. That over there is Kyle. I bet that guy's Kyle. He looks like a Kyle.
Love my Kyles. Woo!
As of 2017, Kapres, a town in Bosnia and Herzegovina, holds the title for the largest gathering of people with the same first name, with nearly 2,300 people named Ivan, according to Guinness World Records.
Boo! Fuck the Ivans! Boo! Kyle! Kyle! There's no way they were chanting Lazan Al-Gaib.
In 2023, nearly 1,500 people named Kyle attended the gathering in the city of Kyle. The city did not break the record that year or this year.
Oh, no, they didn't break the record? Fucking Ivans, bro.
This year, the official count was about 750. So we're all saying we're going to contact at least 2 Kyles and bring them with us.
The gathering was a part of the Kyle Fair Extravaganza.
The Kyle Fair.
Bringing out local vendors, entertainment, men, women, and children with the same first name.
There's female Kyles, which is cool, you know.
I think there were at least 21 women in here because they called for a photo.
female Kyles?
Photo in front of the stage.
Thaddeus, thank you for the prime.
Those participating in the gathering were required to show proof of identification, have the same spelling, and have Kyle as their first name. Nicknames were not accepted.
Wow.
To meet a lot of cool Kyles out here and do a lot of like shopping with local vendors.
Many say they plan to return next year.
Cool Kyle.
People by the name of Kyle to break the 2017.
Thank you for that gifted sub. I appreciate you.
Tex Extravaganza is the name of my band.
The Kyle A. Fair Tex Extravaganza is the name of my band. Do you do all experimental stuff? I do experimental ambient noise, and the name of my band is the Kyle Fair A-Tech Extravaganza. Tokyo battles surge of destructive raccoons that went from pet to pest. Having won the battle to tackle Tokyo's population of giant ravenous cows, the city's authorities are now embroiled in an even tougher campaign to rein in another animal menace, the North American raccoon. The number of raccoons caught in the city's capital has increased fivefold over the past decade, according to media reports, amid concerns about the damage the animals are inflicting on the local ecosystem. Municipalities in Western Tokyo have responded by setting traps and launching hotlines for residents who spot crop damage or witness the animals entering their homes. The omnivores are not native to Japan, where there are 156 species on the Environmental Ministry list of invasive alien creatures that also include black bass, fire ants, and snapping turtles. The raccoon population soared after those that were kept as pets were abandoned or escaped and then flourished in the wild. The Minichi Shimbun report. Oh, this is the fucking newspaper from Tokyo Vice. Their populations as pets have been attributed to a 1970 TV anime, Rascal the Raccoon, which reportedly led to a surge in imports of the animals. They are not to be confused with tenaki, or raccoon dogs, indigenous animals that feature in Japan's folklore and have been believed to bring good fortune. Okay, this animal is dope. Okay, and there's apparently a video that goes with this. Let's take a look about the raccoon problem.
Our next problem species is possibly the most famous invasive species in Japan, and it is the raccoon. Now, just like the koipu, the raccoon has been introduced into many countries around the world and is a massive problem in Central Europe and, of course, Japan. One of the main reasons why the raccoon is such a successful invasive species is simply because it's so intelligent and so good at adapting.
Nice.
Raccoons do very well both in the wild and in urban areas, and once they become established, they're very hard to get rid of. The raccoon was first introduced into Japan in the late 50s and early 60s, but the vast majority of them were introduced in the late 70s. This was after the release of the anime series Rascal the Raccoon, and after seeing this, many people wanted a raccoon of their own. After the release of Rascal the Raccoon, around 1,500 raccoons were imported as pets each year. Some of these pets were either discarded or escaped, and they can now be found in 42 of the 47 prefectures. These raccoons have proven to be a massive negative impact on both the ecosystem and the economy, as it's estimated that raccoons cause around 30 million yen of agricultural damage on Hokkaido alone. These raccoons also directly feed on many of the native creatures, such as the native snakes and amphibians. As I'm sure many of you Americans know, they also go through people's garbage, and they're known to spread diseases to the native mammals. Because a lot of the raccoon population in Japan are found around cities, it can be very hard for the native species to fight back. Not many large predators can be found in cities, but there is one native creature that's very at home in urban areas. The Japanese raccoon dog also goes by the name of tanuki and is a canid endemic to Japan.
Those are so sick. We should import and release them as an invasive species in the United States.
Though it has raccoon in its name, it's not closely related to the raccoon, and it's thought to have got this common name because of the markings on its face. The tanuki is a very important animal when it comes to Japanese culture and folklore, and they're often seen as a very good creature to have around. Tanuki are reputed to be mischievous and jolly, and in Japanese folklore they are also seen as masters of disguise, shapeshifting, but are also sometimes gullible and absent-minded. These animals are relatively common in Japanese art, and this is especially the case when it comes to statues. If you've been to Japan, you've probably seen plenty of tanuki.
Why do they have nips? Wait, why do they have nips?
Statues, as they're often placed outside of shops and restaurants. These tanuki statues are a symbol of good luck and fortune, and are usually quite cute
gigantic
until you look below
balls?
the waist.
Wait, what?
Because the raccoon and tanuki are around the same size, the tanuki will not target the raccoon
Wait,
directly.
look below the waist. Is that his nutsack? Hoss, you really buried the lead on this one. Why is this thing depicted with a nutsack it can throw over its fucking shoulder? My man's got very heavy naturals. What? Did they just fly with their nutsack and then use it to ground pound on those cops and then get police brutality done to their balls like cock and ball torture? What the hell? What?